What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug. Welcome back to SDR 2010 on the Nintendo DS, heading towards that #1 contender spot for the IC title. But first, we have to go through Ted DiBiase, and that'll be on Raw next week. Is there anyone we're talking to here at all for anything? It does not appear that there is, which means we get to sleep until SmackDown, because ain't nothing going on. Let's cop some Z's here, if you please. Friday night SmackDown. Miz is still in the hospital. It is Umaga, Taker, and Eve. Can I bug Taker again? Would that work for a second time? Dead man. I haven't had enough. I had a vision. Come WrestleMania, you will rest in peace. Okay, that's all you got? Your vision? Okay, sure. I suppose so, dead man. That could happen. You could bury me at Mania, but we shall see. Now then, at Raw, we still have Vicky and Hornswoggle saying the same things, doing the same stuff, with the same nonsense. So we go until Raw. We sleep, and then we have our match with Teddy on Monday Night Raw. That's the plan. Here we go. Admiring my ECW title, and the phone rings. It's Stephanie McMahon. You ready for your match tonight? I just wanted to give you a heads up that the other superstars are still furious about what you did to Ray. You better be careful and avoid any unnecessary confrontations. So go right to the ring, right to the match, and don't get sidetracked like I tend to do in video games. 6-3, Monday Night Raw. I guess let's head to the arena here, and head to the ring, and go beat down Teddy one more time. I know she said don't get distracted, but I want to see if Kofi here in the gym is still saying boop boop, because it's just funny to me. Mysterio wanted that IC championship. Just don't judge his attitude too much. He only wants to be the best. He wants to be the very best. Raw Arena. Kane in the parking lot, Santino in the locker room, and nobody backstage, and the match with Teddy. And for once in my life, I'm going to listen and not go talk to Kane and Santino backstage. So one-on-one with Ted DiBiase. On WWE.com today, Ted DiBiase was quoted as saying he was just using Slug. No wonder Slug was so anxious to face him. That's one superstar I wouldn't want to anger. And so I welcome you to a Tuesday here on the program. Not a whole lot in our news category, but obviously with Raw happening last night, there are plenty of things to discuss that happened on Monday Night Raw, and perhaps some things that will be happening in the near future as of next week and beyond. We shall see. But Raw began with MVP and the VIP lounge. And it's amazing how fast that MVP went from a surprise appearance at the Rumble to, hey, I'm done wrestling, to, hey, he's on Raw basically full time now. So, hey man, you need guys who can talk. There are plenty of guys who can't talk in the modern era, and MVP can talk. So that's what you need for a manager type, interviewer type thing, and he's good at it, so why not have him on the show all the time? Kudos on that. But that opening segment had Asuka and Shayna and Nia, and they put Nia through a chair, which was funny. But yeah, that was kind of what that was, and it was fine for what it was as you were going to do your thing with Money in the Bank, as you continue to say, hey man, Money in the Bank's happening, so we should, make sure everyone knows who's in it and what's happening with it and all that. Teddy, relax yourself. Get scoop slammed. Wrestling in School 101. Teddy, 101 standing switch. Now, they did say, and they said all night, that Becky Lynch will confront the Money in the Bank winner next week. And I know you're thinking, wait, but Becky's the Raw champion, right? And yes, winning that briefcase usually means nowadays that you can challenge on either brand, but it still makes it seem like whoever's going to be winning is going to be on the Raw side if they're announcing a week beforehand that Becky will confront them. It kind of removes a bit of the mystery and such. And who's to say that your Money in the Bank winner is going to want to challenge Becky and not challenge the SmackDown Women's Champion, who you would assume might still be Bayley after the events this Sunday. But Teddy here, so far, has been exceptional in his wrestling acumen. Again, he is a third generation, so I think that's the case. I forget. Perhaps second generation. I don't know. It's been a long couple of years. I've forgotten. When you aren't on TV every week, I forget things. Like, seriously. I do. There's only so much room here in this noggin for things and stuff. So, speaking of Money in the Bank, though, we had a gauntlet to see who will be the last person in that Money in the Bank match on the men's side, since Apollo Crews was taken out. X and A. Okay, I had to hit X and A to use a card. Good to know. Good to know. Increasing my finisher meter for 30 seconds, Teddy. It's going to happen. You're going down, Teddy. You're going down. I didn't know you had to hit X and A to actually activate the card, because I had not used one yet. So, Vertebreaker on DiBiase. So, this gauntlet match began with Lashley, who beat Titus. He beat Tozawa. He beat Shelton Benjamin. He was gonna beat Umberto, and then he got disqualified by the referee. So after Lashley gets disqualified, there's Angel Garza, who Umberto beats, and then Austin Theory, who Humberto beats, and then the surprise, the shocker, the biggest surprise of the show, the return of the phenomenal AJ Styles, who does win this match and advances and is your final competitor in Money in the Bank. I told you it was going to be a heel. My guess was Murphy, but it's AJ Styles. There he is, your winner. He did it. Slug has gotten his revenge. And he's earned a shot at the IC title. We'll see Slug take on CM Punk at Unforgiven. Hey, that was my line. And that answers that question as to just who is the IC champion. It's CM Punk. Phone ringing. Phone ringing. Slug, what's up? This is the big show. Alright. I heard you have a match with Punk coming up. Listen, I got a bet with the boys that you're going to destroy him. No pressure, but you better win, so I win. Got it? Later. The big show. Okay. Now, it did say in the gossip that even giants need a little help. I don't know what that's going to refer to, but I feel like that's going to be part of our deal here. So, ECW, Evan Bourne is back here doing his thing for nothing, nobody. I've been following your matches, etc., etc. Am I still the champion? I don't know. Whoa now, playa! Teddy Long is backstage. Holla holla. What's going on? What to do on next week's show? I mean, you're here in the Raw arena, Teddy. You should be in the ECW arena, because it's Tuesday, and it's time for ECW. Like, that's just common sense, but what do I know? Aha, ha! Thanks, Hornswoggle. Meanwhile, on SmackDown, not a whole lot to discuss, so let's go help out Eve for once and do the match they want us to do, because why not? Eve, I'm finally ready. Or not, because she's not offering the match anymore, so I missed my opportunity. What are you going to do? I'm leaving my mark on Raw. Way to go. Well, you know what they say, when opportunity knocks, you open that door, and I close that door, so it is what it is, man. Can't help it. Blah! Okay. What if I go talk to Vicky in the SmackDown GM office? What about that? Is she there? Yes, she is. Perhaps offer me a match, Miss Guerrero. I'll help you out here on SmackDown. I'll be here eventually. A match. Give it to me, yes. Cross-promotional competition before I go fight CM Punk. Mr. Canada! Or the emulator can totally crash on me, and I have to do all of this again. That's the first time that's happened. Everything's still recording, and my emulator just legit, I went to face Kennedy, and I guess whatever is in his entrance made the game and everything crash. Man. Okay. Went through all that again, and now it is the week of Unforgiven, and CM Punk, and the IC title at the pay-per-view. That's the plan, and nothing much else is happening on any of these shows, so what am I supposed to do besides sleep all freaking week until the pay-per-view? Like, what choice do I have, man? I do not know. We can double-check for the big show on SmackDown, but he is here, and he's not on Raw anywhere, so it's just kind of the same old, so why not just sleep until the show? Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Hey, Mon, be careful out there against Slug. You saw what he did to Ray. I don't get it. I only know him a little bit, but I didn't think he was capable of something like that. Well, I heard in the locker room that DiBiase was manipulating him. But maybe he just wanted a quick path to the IC title. Just be careful, Mon. I don't like how things are shaping up. Who knows, man? Unforgiven. Here we go. About to be Sluggy 2 belts, baby. Teddy, how you feeling in the hospital? Look, it's what you get for fighting me. I hope CM Punk destroys you. That's all I have to say. Rey Mysterio, Shawn Michaels, and nobody. And then a match. Let's see what there is to see on the show today. Hey man, would you mind giving me some space? I'm just not in the mood right now. Okay, look. What if I don't? And what if I don't, Ray? Mr. WrestleMania. Ray's still pretty mad. I've never seen him like this before. You haven't? Not even when he was in WCW and they unmasked him? No? Okay. Let's get started. It's clobbering time. Extreme Rules match for the IC title. And I'm wearing that ECW shirt. I'm ready. I'm here for it. It's time for Unforgiven. On tap is an Intercontinental Championship match. It'll be CM Punk defending against Slug. I really want to use this hornbuckle card, I really do. So, elsewhere on Raw, MVP still has the back of those NXT guys. We got Vink and Thorne, and he's like, yo man, you guys can totally defeat Cedric. Oh man, CM Punk's face is all messed up. Cedric and Ricochet, and guess what? They totally did. So, Vink and Thorne win against Cedric and Ricochet. And the word is that eventually they're going to be in that faction with MVP, but we're not quite there yet. Going to tell that story and let it play out. Now, they said next week, in addition to having Becky Lynch confronting your Miss Money in the Bank winner, we also have a rematch. A WrestleMania rematch between Edge and Randy Orton. We haven't seen Edge or Randy Orton in a bit, so that should be interesting. I can honestly say I wasn't expecting to face off against you again so quickly. Just like last time, gonna do my best, and it's only a matter of time before I took your belt and every single belt in the game. You better be ready to go, because I always leave it all in that ring. Ding, 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 gloom. We had the Street Profits facing the Viking Raiders non-title, so of course, Viking Raiders win that match. Unsurprising, Charlotte Flair took on Liv Morgan for a good long time. Like, they made Liv look like a contender there against the Queen. So kudos on actually doing that. I saw a lot of folks saying, oh man, they buried Liv. Like, no, they made her look competitive against Charlotte, who is at the top of the mountain. So that is, you can look good in losing. That is possible in wrestling. Like, don't discount that whole spiel. That whole thing. It is definitely, historically, a thing that happens and can be done well when it's done well. They are continuing their video package push for the modern-day Maharaja. He is unhindered, and he is a former WWE champion, so I'm sure at some point he'll be a contender for McIntyre, perhaps this summer. We shall see. Right now, they had all night the top 10 Money in the Bank moments as we build towards Money in the Bank. And the number one moment was the heist of the century, where Rollins cashed in during that match between Brock and Roman. And the funny thing, or I guess the interesting thing, as they are purposely not mentioning Roman at all lately, is that they totally did not show him in that clip. So it's the heist of the century, they showed the curb stomp on Brock, and they showed him like, I won the belt. Like, that's all they showed. They didn't show Roman at all. And I'm like, what? He was in that match. He pinned Roman. Like, that was the pinfall, and they just didn't show it. So that's a little bit weird, but, you know, it is what it is. Now, main event was Murphy and Drew McIntyre. Of course, Drew wins that match, but Seth gets his bit of business there in at the end of the show. Now, the only rumor here I've seen lately is that they want to turn Apollo Crews heel, right? And have him be managed by MVP. Which, again, cool, man. Do that. That would be something different, and I would appreciate that bit of weirdness. Can I now click on... I want to click on Hornswoggle. Knock down CM Punk. Knock down... Oh, the card! The card has screwed me here. Kick him. Hornswoggle. Yeah! Tadpole Splash. Worth it. Absolutely worth it. Please. Win the match for me. Please. Hornswoggle pays off in dividends. That's hilarious. How does it feel to have lost to Hornswoggle? Wow, I knew you were good, but I didn't know you were this good. I hate to admit it, but you were the better man tonight. Congratulations. Well, me and Hornswoggle. I was sure that Ted DiBiase would interfere in tonight's match. We had a clean one tonight. I don't know what the future holds for Slug and DiBiase. What is this music? What is this bootleg Sonic music? Perhaps we'll find out on tomorrow's Raw. But for now, let's celebrate our new Intercontinental Champion. $10,000. And I'm unforgiven too. Look at that. Look at that. Sluggy 2 belts in the case. I'm loving it. Fantastic. Find your phone, bro. You've only got 2 pockets. Relax. It's your GM. I want to make sure the IC title hasn't gone to your head. You're one of our top superstars, but that'll be gone in a heartbeat if you don't continue to train. I'm maxed out, Steph. Relax. You are going to the gym, right? Remember, I've got a lot invested in you. 7-1. When do I start the climb and the ascension to the world title? A certain diva needs help picking out a Halloween costume here. Why are you still standing here reading this? Stay tuned for a very Finley Halloween special. The Moscow Mauler is lost in America. And yeah, so I guess look forward to those stories and more here as the week progresses. But right now, it's time to save the game. And call it for today. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos on this channel. See you next time, right here. And I'm out!